Welcome back to the Homemade Haven. Today is day one of the
Homesteaders of America conference here in Front Royal, Virginia.
Today's actually the day prior to the conference starting. They do a Skillshare workshop kind of day. So I'll be doing a soil class with John Moody, and
I'll be doing a raising sheep class with Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
And even more exciting, it's her birthday. 13 years old.
I was 13 this morning.
Woo! Well, I can't turn my hands the right way.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.
It is the first day of the Homesteaders of America conference. We are here bright and early. It's about 7 a.m. Cars are trickling in. We're getting ready to go check in with our tickets and see what's going on inside.
She's super happy to be here.
We have our super cool Homemade Haven t-shirts that we're rocking today. We're excited to share those with you guys in the future. But for now, let's get inside and into the big barn for the opening ceremony.
If you would, if you know the words, sing with us, please. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So we're in the truck having a little lunch break.
Oh.
We have been to 2 classes so far. The ones that I went to were really great. Robert and Reagan went to a different one this morning than I did. They went to a class on raising a gilt for breeding on the homestead, and I went to a class on growing fodder for your livestock, and then we just came out of a class on security and how to prep your homestead for any kind of security measures that you might need to take.
My wife and I are newer to the homesteading movement, and so it's pretty odd to find ourselves here. But immediately, as I've just been meeting some of you crazy homesteaders yesterday and today, I've surmised, officially, mind you, you're my kind of people. I like you guys. I like you guys.
So much good information. If you get a chance to come to any of these events in the future, definitely it's worth the time and investment to do it. Back at it again. Day 2 of the conference.
Final day.
And we are getting ready to go into opening ceremony. They are going to be giving away $1,000 this morning. We're hoping that they pull our ticket.
Is reach under your chair and see if there's an HOA decal under your chair or the chair next to you. Good job. All right. Congratulations.
And this talk is really about medical planning. I know I talked to a lot of y'all at the booth trying to explain what this talk's going to be about. Hopefully you leave here with a lot more questions than you already have, right? So that's how we learn stuff, in case you didn't know, back in the day, medical school.
Alright, so that is a wrap. Day 2 of the Homesteaders of America conference here in Front Royal, Virginia, 2022. It was awesome.
Learned a lot. Preparing soil, growing food, preparing food or growing food for your animals, growing animals, raising animals.
Yeah. What
Survival.
are the top 2 things that you want to work on leaving here?
Top 2 things. I've got the itch to get pigs. So, starting a forage pasture for them and researching the different types of pigs we might want to look into for our needs.
Yeah.
Probably identifying what our needs are would be
With a pig.
with
Yeah.
a pig. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I am really motivated to research and put more effort into growing not only our own food for ourselves, but for our animals. I feel like that's something that's very doable for us and just makes sense. I mean, if we're trying to be more sustainable on our homestead, then it's something that we should venture into for keeping all of our efforts on our homestead and benefiting our homestead. So I actually have been kind of researching this over the past couple weeks, but just my fire's been lit a little bit more with these classes, and I got a lot of good information and some more books, more research to do. So that's one thing for me.
This last class, John Moody, very unique individual, but super smart. Like his method, he's like the mad scientist of
Yeah.
all of this. And he harped on efficiency in both classes that I sat through. And not efficiency in a manner of how quickly you can get something done, but more so how to make it easier and do things when they make sense.
Yeah.
So one thing he just talked about is he doesn't raise animals unless they're breeding stock over the winter,
Yeah.
because it takes too much time or energy while it's cold outside to keep that animal alive.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to grow and supplement their feed in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So
Food is more scarce.
food is more scarce, so it doesn't make financial sense or efficiency sense to grow them over the winter. Again, unless it's your breeding stock.
Right.
The animals you're going to use to
Yeah.
procreate.
Your resident
Yep.
animals.
Being that we're at the beginning of our homestead stage, we can implement some efficiency rules into our homestead plan.
And I think number 2 for me is there's like a whole nother level of, I guess, research when it comes to prepping the homestead for, whatever kind of disaster, emergency, or whatever. There's a lot of things that I am very green and, I don't know how to medically take care of somebody or something. I know the basics, but, as far as medical and like security measures, those are things that I want to do a little more studying and research and practicing. Also, one of the speakers spoke about having your community. If, anything were to ever hit the fan or whatever, having your community that's going to pull together and work together to work through things. So that's one thing that I have to remember, is not having to know everything about everything. But it is smart to know a little bit of something about everything, and then assigning members of your community these specific jobs so that that's their like special skill or whatever. So that's another thing that's kind of fresh on my mind going forward. Ray, what was your 2 favorite things about the conference?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. What about them? Just that they had them? They're cute, or did you learn something?
I want to get more rabbits.
Yeah.
Because they're cute, or because you learned something?
Both.
So Reagan is inspired to grow our rabbit operation back home, and Robert and I have told her that if she wants to start a little rabbit enterprise, she can help build a bigger hutch and area for them and help us to learn more about them, research their feeding requirements, how to breed them, how to do all the rabbit things. And so that's something that she wants to undertake starting when we get back. What else?
Wool.
Wool? What about it?
Making stuff out of wool and getting wool off a sheep to make stuff. And it's just cool.
So she got some wool some roving from one of the sheep farmers here that was selling some, because she has been into some needle felting. She's just started off with it, so it was cool. There was a lot of vendors here that had yarn and wool from their animals, and so that was kind of cool, something that you're interested in. Yeah. So that is it for this video. We hope that you guys enjoyed an insider look at the Homesteaders of America conference. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you were here at the conference as well, let us know that too. And until the next video, we'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.